Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Sunday. That's right, folks. Today is Sunday, and we've got a stacking silver special for you, folks. That's right. Today's actually going to be an episode that is dedicated to AG Stacker 1776, one of our close friends here in the community. And about 5 days ago, he had actually posted up a video with a similar name to what I had just described, and that was a stacking silver challenge for silver stackers. And so here at SBS, at Silver Bar Stacker, of course, we cannot deny that we are indeed silver stackers. And so because of that, I think it's only fitting that we have to accept the challenge that is known as the Stacking Silver Challenge. And so I think actually, traditionally this challenge that we're speaking about, it actually didn't originate from AG Stacker 1776. Now, I'm not going to go through and try to figure out the exact source of the challenge exactly. All I can tell you for sure is that whoever this challenge originated from, AG Stacker 1776, he stepped up to the plate and he took on that challenge. And I think, from my understanding, this is just a legend and this is just what has been passed down through the stories. But from my understanding, AG Stacker 1776, he obliterated the competition. Alright, he stacked so high that he ran out of rounds to stack. And not only did he run out of rounds, but I think, the defeat was not just bloody, but it was ferocious. Let me tell you, it was a mean battle, to say the least. And so I think I, had to take things to the next level, and I needed to step up to the plate. Now, I don't know if I have the 100 rounds or whatever it was that AG Stacker 1776 had, but what I do have here are some USVI vintage chunky stackers, and I thought, rather than using rounds, I'm going to use the traditional stackers and see how high I can stack these up. And now I wanted to lay down a little bit of ground rules for my particular circumstance here, because we're dealing with consistently sized and shaped stackable bars here. However, there's a slight variation within the bars, and some of these bars are duplicative in the sense that they've got duplicative lot numbers, assay lot numbers, but some of them maybe just be standalones. Right, this one actually comes in the original packaging. So what I'm thinking here for the ground rules is that, number one is that we can't use the original packaging stacker until we've reached the very top of the stack. That's number one. Number two, if we've got two different sets of lot numbers, for example, these need to be in separate rows of the stack. Okay, so I can try to be strategic and maybe start with something where I have duplicate lot numbers. Maybe start with a nice foundational base there, but ultimately, once I reach a different lot number, and we'll have to inspect that closely on the back, I have to start a new line. And if I'm on the bottom, let's say I've got a 193S here on the bottom, and then turns out I got another 193S somewhere over here, that's a new row. It's not your guys' fault that I don't have my organization up to key. So let's go ahead and get straight into this challenge. I'm gonna go ahead and call this not just the Stacking Silver Challenge, but I'll call this the Silver Bar Stacker Stacking Silver Challenge for silver stackers. Okay, so if you'd like to make a tower of USVI stackers that's larger, then I challenge you as well to do the same. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be strategic here, and I'm gonna set aside all of my lot numbers that I have less of. I'm gonna save those for last. So let's go ahead and get right into this. This is gonna be possibly easier said than done. Step one is actually getting into the packaging.
SBS has secure packaging, and sometimes SBS can't even get into his own packaging. So go ahead and see what we got. 193s. Yeah, these are all 193s. They're sealed shut. So these can all technically create a nice foundational base. Okay. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I might just make a nice stick base. That allows me more options here. So yeah, let's do that. That's a nice base, I would say, for our power. Cool. 193s. So this is a nice base layer of 193s. And then SBS packaging is a little bit too secure at times. I'm not complaining about it, I'm just saying. Okay. So this is a different lot number, assay lot number. Yeah, these are 193S's. And they are sealed shut there. That is a SBS verified stack of stackers there, so it's not something that I'm going to personally bet. You know, if you were here, maybe you might want to bet that, but I trust SBS to deliver. I'm just kidding, guys and gals. I'm just trying to waste your time while I try to build this stack of stackers. So let's go ahead and see how high we can get this. You know, as I'm doing this, I'm realizing that this is not much of a challenge. So once we've gone through and stacked all these stackers, then we'll see, you know, if this is still a little bit too stable because of the nature of the stackable bars, then we'll have to go ahead and see if we can make this into more of a fun challenge. So let's go ahead and keep working our way through. We've got a 194 S's. A172S. A172S. That was also A172S. Dang. I can actually go through and expand this layer according to the rules. That's a lot of A172S's. I kind of wish I had done the base layer with this. We'll just create a new layer with that. Keep things consistent as possible, because once we finish these layers, I think we're going to have to take things to the next level. More A172S, and then also some A172ES. Actually, these are all 172S's. The E denotes for me an error. I don't know if it's an actual error, but I think it's an error. I mean, to me, it looks a little bit different than a typical A172E. So I don't know which that one is, but these are all A172S's. Let's go ahead and stack these up again. Create a third layer of A172S's. Okay, so now we're getting into some non-full. No, these are still full, I think. So this is an A163S. These are some old school stackers, let me tell you. These are some toned up beauties, these A163S's. Apologies for that. That must have been annoying some of you. This seemed almost full. But we got several different lot numbers. We got A160S. We've also got A158S and potentially an A159 and an A160S in between there, and definitely at least one A161S. So this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting. Oh boy. And over here too. Whoops, I just disorganized things here. So we're going to have to pay close attention to these lot numbers, because this is where things start to get a little bit tricky. We have to start being a little bit strategic here. You know, we don't necessarily have all the knowledge here up front, so we got to be strategic. So now over here I can tell you that I've got all straight A199S's. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this half stack, because these are kind of a mixed bag here and I don't want to overcomplicate things. We have to also consider when I have to reorganize this stuff. So let's go ahead and make a nice layer over here. But you have to keep in mind that the next layer that happens, it's going to have to be on the taller part of the stack. So I'm going to keep the layer of stackers, of the A199S stackers, going on the front side. So note that the front side of the stack is the higher part of the stack, and so that's what we have to build on now. This is kind of a waste, almost. Waste of a base. I would call it a waste of a base. So let's go ahead and figure out, this one broke open, I guess, so let's go ahead and, oh no wait, we just had A199S. These are also A199S's. So that means you can lace them on the base. Good thinking. Okay. So it has to be somewhere in this part of the base. I should have actually, in hindsight, not in hindsight, we can switch these. We haven't, yeah, so now this is kind of our base. Okay. if you don't have your stackers organized, then this is gonna be a tough challenge for you, because how are you going to layer your stackers by lot number? You know, that's making things much easier for me. Whereas if you hadn't done that and you were just scrambling and then you had A199S's all in, 7 different rows, that would be a problem. Let's go ahead and take a look here. These are all, okay, so this is a 193S. No A, just a 193S, 193S, 193S. These are all 193S's actually. Yep, these are all 193S's. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put these stackers on the same layer that we had going. Uh-oh. Things are getting a little complicated here. Our new layer is this. Actually, let's go ahead and do one of these. So this is our new base layer. Okay. Is there any more A193S's? Oh, here's another A193S. Cool. What's this? A192S. A192S. A189S. A192S. A192S. A190S. Okay, so I got 4 stackers here for 192, but I don't think I want to use these yet. I'll just keep these separated. We got a stack of 4 here, got a stack of 1 for the 190, and we got a stack of 1 for the 189. So we'll just keep that as is for now. Let's take a look and see what we got over here. So apparently we have some 190s and some A190S and A191. Let's see how many of these we got here. So over here we got A190, 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 A190. That's a nice stack of stackers. I can work with that. Oh boy, this is a nice little arrow one. It's super, I wouldn't call it an arrow, but it's super smoothed out. Got a nice A190 smoothed out one. Another A190. I'll keep this one separate because I really like the smooth one. I'm definitely going to be keeping that one. 190. Wow, we got a big stack of 190s here. This is a 191, 191, and a 191. Nice. Oh boy, have we run into a problem here? Yeah, we've run into a bit of a problem. Because I have actually more here, but I'm restricted to this surface area. That's quite unfortunate for me. Because had I planned a little bit better, I could have had a better layer here. So keep in mind here, folks, that each row consists of all the same lot numbers. Oh, I'm really regretting doing what I did here because I got 2 extra, and for my ADHD purposes, I can't do this. We can get mulligans here, okay? Boys and girls, as long as we're sticking to the rules, I would say that we could get mulligans. So what I'm going to actually be doing here is I'm going to set aside these bars, which are all same lot number, and we're going to do a mulligan here. So instead, what we're going to do, we're going to get these going. All in the same row. Okay? There we go. And then we're going to get these on here. So each row has got its own lot numbers. Cool. Maybe we got some duplicates in here. I'm not sure. 160S, A160S, A158, A159. Let's take a look and see what we got here. A160S, 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 A160S. Cool. It's a lot of A160Ss. And over here we got an A160S as well. Seems to be a lot of these. A159S. That's a nice one. Really like these ones. A158S. I like that as well. Okay. See what else we got here. So it's another A160S. So we got another A160S, and then we got an A161S. That's just kind of a Lone Ranger. So I think we're going to have to adapt a little bit. Take off this smooth layer here. Set it aside. And I might actually have to take off another layer here because this is quite a big stack of A160Ss. It's quite a complicated stacking challenge, to be honest. I didn't intend for it to be this complicated, to be honest. So these are all one kind. These are all one kind. Oh, boy. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that again. Okay, there we go. Okay, and so we've got a new helicopter pad, and that helicopter pad is right here. Okay. Whew. Set these aside. Set these aside. See what we got going on over here. A172S. A172S. A171S. A171S. A163. And by the way, if you ever come across any A172Ss, they have kind of a little bit of a weird 2. And I wouldn't call it an error. I would call it a consistently messed up 2 on the A172Ss. So that's just something funny to know if you're a weird obsessive USVI stacker like I am. A168S. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about here, but that 2 is really messed up. It doesn't even look like a 2, does it? It kind of looks like a 4. It could be a 4, for all we know. Looks kind of like a 4, but it kind of looks like a 2, doesn't it? Who knows? The world will never know. So that's funny. A167S, the Lone Ranger. A167S, found his partner. So these are all just stacks of 2. I'll save those for later. I don't like my chances there. Over here we got 189. This is just a set of 2. Set of 2. A193 and A192S. My guess? Oh, no, I shouldn't be guessing. Let's take a look here. A192, A192, A193, A193. Yeah, so these are 2 sets of 2. What do we got going on here? Hard to read these. A189S, A190S, A192S. A190. These are 3 different types. Crazy. These are both A192Ss. Didn't I just have an A192S somewhere in here? Yeah, I just had an A192S. Wow, good memory. I don't know how my memory is that good. Usually it's not that good. Over here we got some A163S, A164S, A165S, A166S. Well, that's not helpful at all. That means they all have to go in their own row. That's not helpful at all. We're down to our last silicone wrapper, and this one contains an holy shnikes, 194, 2 194Ss. Okay, so we got a stack of 2 over there. So now, let's go ahead and be strategic. I've got a stack of 4 here, so it's only logical that we go ahead and use the stack of 4 here. And let's go ahead and keep things in the middle here, I would say. Okay, so this is our new base here. Just a base of 4. Now we've got stacks of 3. So this is our new base here. Another stack of 3 here. Now I'm down to stacks of 2. Let's go ahead and do these. Actually, let's do the ones in front of me so that I can be closer to them. Be one with them. Starting to get a little bit ridiculous now. Oh, shoosh. I don't know if this is going to hold. These stackers are not as stable as I thought they would be. Boy, really struggling here. I was thinking that I was going to have to challenge myself further, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish this stack. Remember, each row has to be different lot numbers. Okay, this is very, very difficult. It's starting to become very unstable. This is not going to hold for sure. Oh my god, stackers should be a lot more stable than they are, but these are not stable. Whew, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to the end of this, to be honest. These do not look like they're going to hold. This is my last stack of 2. This is my last stack of 2. Holy cow. This is extremely unstable. It's about to fall. Honestly, I'm actually just holding this up. It's almost like in Jenga, we would have already been disqualified. This is extremely frustrating because this is going to fall now. Okay. All we have is 1-offs now. Can we break the rules here? Is it allowed? I don't know, because I already know that this is going to fall. And I don't want to... We're down to 1s now. Whew. That's not stable. You know... This sucks. There we go. Fixed it. Let's just see where we're at right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 23 rows of stackers. And the total number of bars, let's find that out too. I think we're going to count the number of bars from each row, actually. That's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 21. So that's 21. Then we got another 8 here, plus 8. Then we got another 8 here, plus 8. Then we got another 8, 9, 10 here. Then we got another 10 here. Then we got another 11 here. Another 11. Another, whoops. 11. Plus 11 plus 11 plus 12 plus 14, and then plus 23 plus 23. So we're at 184 so far. I'm just scared to put more up here, but let's go ahead and do it. 184 ounces, 23 rows, 24 rows, 25 rows, 26 rows, 27 rows, 28 rows, 29 rows, 30 rows, 31 rows, 32 rows, 33 rows, 35 rows. I actually did it. Wow, what a beautiful spectacle. So we just added another extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stackers on top of that for a grand total of 195 ounces of USVI stackers. Cheers.